everyone. Today I shall read a few lines from the chapter The Cabin Doorway to Heaven. Apple co founder Steve Jobs died of pancreatic cancer at the age of 57. His last words were, "At this moment, lying on the sick bed and recalling my whole life, I realize that all the recognition and wealth that I took so much pride in have paled and become meaningless in the face of impending death. You can employ someone to drive the car for you, make money for you, but you cannot have someone to bear the sickness for you." The vibrant young teen of 18, the Son of God, had spent the last 18 days of his precious life in the cabin, the doorway to heaven. Here the God's messenger experienced for the last time the love, care, and company of his near and dear ones and the tasty food that he always cherished. He experienced the pain, the last ditch efforts of the doctors, and the last pricks of the needle. He experienced the hopeless and helpless life that paved its way into liberation. He attained mukti or salvation as he breathed his last into his mother who tried to breathe life into him. Thus, the last 18 days of the distressing life of my 18-year-old son came to an end. His vibrancy and vigor halted, his humor and smile faded, his craze for tasty delicacies came to a full stop. Ruplu left for his heavenly abode to be by the side of God, leaving behind fond memories to be cherished by his close ones. "Baba, we are all so sorry we could not save you. I thank all friends and relatives, his school principal ma'am, teachers and friends, Dr. Nivedita and all staff of KGMT Hospital for the great concern and love for my dear son. Om Shanti, rest in peace, O divine soul. We do not know as to how much time each one of us has in this world. So I will never bid goodbye to you, for we shall meet again." Home they brought my warrior dead. Home they brought my warrior dead by Alfred Lord Tennyson. Home they brought my warrior dead, I neither swooned nor cried, made his mattress ready for him to sleep in eternal peace. All praised him soft and low, truest friend and noblest foe. I neither spoke nor moved, but laid his Levi trousers and Benetton tee on his still and cold body, covered him with his favorite sheet. Reality came clear, and like summer tempest came my tears. From Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening by Robert Frost. I bid you farewell in your branded attire as you begin your final journey. For thy memories I am alive. The woods are dark and deep, and miles to go before I sleep, and miles to go before I sleep. Friends and relatives, hospital staff, and campus securities put in their best effort into lifting heavy-weighted Pooh, strapped and secured to the stretcher, to our apartment on the 7th floor. God bless the good souls for bringing Pooh back home. The sad and shocking news spread like wildfire. Guests known and unknown poured in to express their grief. Few cried aloud and few sobbed, but all prayed for the departed soul. Pooh dear, I sat beside you, dressed in black woolens, caressed you and showered my love and warmth upon you, for very soon you would leave Mama forever. Till today I can feel the warmth of your neck, it was warm till then. I closed your right eye, but you were trying to see the guests who came to bid you goodbye. You wanted to see Mama for the last time. Phone calls and messages with words of consolation could not console us. Many cried with me on the phone. Surovi was one of them. Dr. Manish and Dr. Saikia texted. Very much hurt at the sad news, we are helpless in front of such a dreaded disease. We will always remember Ruplu and pray for his eternal peace. It was a bright and sunny morning, but darkness and gloom haunted our home. Dear, your best friend Pratush appeared examined silently without taking a sip of water. Harshit came on his crutches due to a recent fracture of his ankle to pay homage. Your dear Abu cried aloud and blamed us for we could not save you. Sumiba and Nilu Jiju had arrived from Bangalore and Pomiba from Delhi. Dangor Papa, Raja Dada, Binaeta, Rintu Mama, Babi Mami, Pompi Mahi, Putu Moha, Raina, Lola, Rian, and many more had a sleepless night as they were with you since midnight. By morning, Abu, me, Babu, Runu Jethi, Bhanti Jethi, and Guddu had also arrived. The sun was getting old for the day already. Everyone stood like statues, hands folded as they paid their last respect and gratitude. You are leaving forever. The living room reverberated with howling and moaning. How could you go away from us, dear? I will never get to see you, touch you, and love you. No, no, I will not let you go. But you answer to God's calling. He waits for your blissful company. Your physical being has left us, but you are constantly in my heart, mind, and soul. Our prayers are always with you. May you rest in eternal peace in your heavenly throne. I see you as my Prince Charming, and my mind will not perceive anything beyond that. I cannot write any more about the last rituals and putting to flame the mortal remains. For a month, people far and near paid their homage and gave us company. A few expressed their feelings in writing. Babu, that is Bhoku, posted on Facebook, "My little brother Ruplu." As seconds turned into minutes and hours turned into days, the grim reality got clearer, revealing itself out of the maze. The maze of wild truths, the maze of gloom, these empty rooms a reality now, everything lost in fume. You are a flower so young, ready to bloom, climbing this ladder of life like a legume amongst all these presumes. In my sweetest of dreams, I see you resume. So it's not a goodbye, it's a see you soon. Ruplu, since you fought so well, God gave you eternal peace. The pain you dealt with once has all but ceased. But in this noisy world, our lives have forever quiescent, but your memory shall linger on even as we become grey and creased. Bhoku dear, I weep as I note your FB post. Definitely it is not a goodbye. Purobi, my school friend, sent me the link of the song Mother I Feel You and said Ruplu is in a far better place. The song made me cry. I felt Ruplu was singing to me. Horizon, the Assam Tribune, my poem for my dear son. Dearest son, you were delivered from heaven unto my womb, a special child of God. Born healthy and chubby, your crawls, runs, giggles, and grins fill the air. But God chose you at 10 to fight the dreaded disease, and yet you lived a fruitful life. Till 18, you fought with smiles and valor, never showed the world you were suffering. In your sickbed, you never missed your favorite food and matches. Your amiable nature brought you a calling from God to give Him company. I tried my level best to serve you, love, and care for you. Midnight came and you yelled aloud, answering to God's calling. I tried to breathe life into you, massaged your tiring heart, but alas, you let your last breath into mine. Back home, lying still on your favorite mat, face frozen in blissful eternal sleep, I kissed you as you journeyed to heaven, true companions we shall remain. I feel your warmth around me, hear you calling aloud, Mommy, Mommy, dear, rest in God's lap till we meet again. Oh dear brother, a poem written by Lola Aishwarya Sharma. I lost my dear brother and it was really hard. I was sad, upset, and I even cried too. He was such a great soul and a great companion. Oh dear brother, there's no one like you. His name was Rishabh Choudhury, nicknamed as Ruplu, but since my love for him was different, I used to call him Pooh. I remember his little things and here shed a tear, his laughter, his voice, and his smiling face. I wish I had one last chance to tell you no one in the world can ever take your place. We grew up together, fighting and laughing. Somehow we changed from being a baby to teen. I remained messy and dirty forever, but you were always organized and clean. He was a very caring person and also a great food lover. He never gave anybody any scope of complaining. He remained cool and calm forever. He cared for all and loved everyone, young and old, family or friend. And now he's gone, breaking our hearts so deep that it can never ever mend. Oh dear brother, wherever you are, hope you are doing well. In heaven, I hope you are being treated nice. And now, with tears in my eyes, I bid you farewell. Lola, dear, your words touched my heart, and as I quote your poem, my eyes become teary. I cannot see you so lonely. It is difficult to face Babu and Rian too. We are incomplete without Pooh. Tutumama's tribute to Ruplu on Facebook. Unfulfilled Dreams. Remembering Ruplu Rishabh Chaudhary. Sometimes some things happen that no one can explain. Why? He was a good looking young kid, healthy and full of vigor. He grew up like any other smart kid, always excelling in his studies. He loved any sport and was a great fan of good food. He enjoyed riding his bicycle for hours but was never tired. When he was 10 years old, something happened that was so difficult to explain. Did he fall from his cycle? Did he strike his leg against any hard object? Did he have an internal injury? He complained of pain never in his near his right hip joint, and his mother Monica Sharma and father Bhaskar Chaudhary, both doctors by profession, could not find a reason or cure for symptoms and decided to travel west and south of the country in search of the best physician. Everyone prayed for the well being of the kid, but prayers were not granted, and this 10-year-old child was diagnosed with a disease no one even wants to hear the name cancer. Why? Why this dreaded disease attacked this young, ever cheerful child? He received all the best treatment available, underwent surgery, and had a mega prosthesis, and to the relief of his parents and elder brother, Paplu, his disease came to a remission. But this disease is so terrible it can return with vigor. The only thing one can do is to get a regular checkup and additional treatment, and the parents never fail to do these. In spite of the best care given during the following years, the terrifying news came. One second, the demon came attacking the young man who had so many dreams to be the best in school, to be the best in sports, to be the best in every field. This young gentleman of 18 years knew exactly what was going on inside his body. This brave person never yielded but fought back gallantly, but the enemy was far too strong, trying to stop him breathing. He was hospitalized just after Magh Bihu this year, and his mother kept a constant vigil almost day and night. His parents were watching him daily, thinking of the day their beloved child would bid farewell to everyone, and probably this 6 feet tall young man was counting his days in silence. Finally, the day arrived. Ruplu, good name Rishabh Choudhury, breathed his last on his mother's mouth in the very early morning of February 4th, 2019. Ruplu had dreams that were never fulfilled. Everyone knows how painful it is to lose one who is so dear, who is so young. We were saddened and heartbroken. We will miss Ruplu, who was so active, so charming, so amiable, so gentle, filled with so many good qualities. Monica is my youngest sister's, Bina's eldest daughter. Mama, thank you so much for writing so elaborately on my son. Yes, Ruplu will always be remembered as a charming young man. Reading your post made me cry. I got some peace of mind by sharing my feelings on Facebook. Dear, a month since you left, silence and emptiness glooms my day, nights too long, still and dark. Your untimely demise calls in so many near and dear, known and unknown. Together we mourn and pay homage to you, share beautiful memories and nights too long, still and dark. Morning glows as I light the dhoop and diya, gaze at your pics and go deep in my thoughts. There you are in my heart and soul. Tears roll as I feel and caress you. Hear you calling me mummy. See you everywhere, memories flash, but alas, silence and emptiness glooms my day, nights too long, still and dark. Baba, where are you? I miss you so much. Are you with the Lord, or are you born again as the Lord's Son, or are you a simple state of matter? No, no, how can I think that way? You are so special, so pious, you are definitely with the Lord, watching and guiding Mama as you would always do. Dear, give me the strength to live without you and carry your vibrancy as a radiance. My love and prayers always for you. So I end this chapter here and meet you again with the continuation of this chapter. Until then, stay safe, stay fit.